a KQED television production.
I'm telling you right now, I am hungry.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by
Redwood Credit Union, community banking for the North Bay and San Francisco. Business and personal, online and mobile, plus nationwide ATMs. Banking for people who call this place home.
Sutter Health CPMC announcing its newly opened Mission Bernal Hospital with all private rooms and comprehensive labor and delivery services. SutterHealth.org/Mission Bernal. Total Wine & More, offering more than 8,000 wines, 2,500 beers, and 3,000 spirits. Total Wine & More, now with 8 Bay Area locations. TotalWine.com. IRG has thousands of surfaces in stock now. Surfaces, selection, service. IRG at MarbleCompany.com. Oakland International Airport, now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com.
Hi, I'm Leslie Sabraco. Welcome to Check Please Bay Area, the show where regular Bay Area residents review and talk about their favorite restaurants. Now we have 3 guests and each one recommends one of their favorite spots and the other 2 go check them out to see what they think. It's time to revisit 3 well-seasoned spots in this episode. We're going back to places that feature fragrant spices or spicy chilies, from saffron to peppercorns and all things capsicum. These places are experts in the magical creations of exotic flavors. We start off with immigration attorney Roger Cubain from Season 7. His culinary wonderland is inhabited by traditional Thai ingredients, not just the Thai flavors that we're all familiar with. If you explore the menu at his spot, you'll find dishes that the chef learned from his mother using ingredients rarely found here. The flavor foundation of hot, sour, salty, and sweet is balanced and ready to be enjoyed. On Larkin Street in San Francisco at a place called Lers.
Lers is the name of the restaurant. Lers is excellent. Rot is the taste of the food, so it's 2 words combining its meaning. Excellent taste of the food. Hi, my name is Sarah.
Hi, my name is Tom. I'm the chef and the owner of the Lers San Francisco. Everything I cook, I try to do the same thing with my mom cook for the family. Sometimes I have to special order from Thailand, like young peppercorn.
When we were very first opened the restaurant, there is an idea and a concept that we are going to make a menu for Thai people, and we are sure that we are going to make the same taste that they could find in Thailand.
My favorite dish, the pork belly and the steamed saibat. That one I love it. Every year I try to go back to Thailand. I want to know what's going on with the Thai food in Thailand. Every dish I care, every dish when I cook. I want everything perfect, you know.
All right, Roger, let's talk Thai. Now, let's get the pronunciation of this place correct.
I can't help you there. I'll do the best I can.
It's like Lers. My Thai is very bad.
I think that's as close as I could probably get to it. It's difficult to pronounce, but it's an easy place to love, believe me.
And tell me, and your wife is Thai, right?
She is Thai.
She's from Thailand.
Yes, and that's how I was introduced to the place, because we started going there when they first opened, and it was a sensation among the Thai expat community, I guess you could say, in San Francisco. And it just grew from there. Now I walk in and I see people from all walks of life, all ethnicities, all age groups enjoying it, and there's a lot of very good Thai restaurants in the area. I think Let Lot stands out in the sense that the chef is making sure that the food is quite authentic. And this is something that I've heard from a lot of my Thai friends and colleagues, that it reminds them of home.
When I was an expat living in Asia last summer, this brought back memories. It reminded me of being in Asia. It was so family-oriented and authentic and warm, and it was a little crowded, but I didn't mind, because in Asia they'll sit you with strangers, so for me it was like I'm used to it. It was
so what
worth
did you
it.
have?
We ordered a lot of food. We
What
tried
didn't you
everything.
have?
The best thing for me was the fish. It's whole and it's really fresh, and it's just smothered in this citrus, like
They
lime.
do trout and sea bass, very different.
It was the sea bass, I
They
think.
offer
Yeah.
That
different
looked very
fishes.
good.
Yeah.
With cilantro and mint and lime and lemon and garlic and these little tiny fried shallots. Oh, and it just falls off the bone and melts in your mouth. It's like buttery fish. It was so good. Yeah.
I agree. I think they do their fish very, very well. And it's one of the few Thai restaurants, at least that I know in San Francisco, that has such a wide and diverse seafood menu like that.
We had, I had number 62, because there are over 100 things, and thankfully they're all
They put
numbered
numbers.
because I could not pronounce any
Right.
of the dishes.
Right.
But this was a crispy rind pork belly,
Oh, that's my
and
favorite.
anytime you put pork belly on a menu, I'm probably going to order it.
Sure.
So it was very good. The pork was very moist, and the crispy pork rind was great, and it was served over rice, and the rice was separate, so you could mix it however you want it. We also had barbecued chicken, which was very good, very moist, and it came with both a thigh and a leg, so light meat and dark meat, and I'm a dark meat sort of guy, so I absconded with the leg and had that, but it was fall off the bone fantastic. We had a papaya salad. It was a little spicy for me, and maybe that's the way it is.
Which one did you get? The papaya salad?
The papaya salad
Right, sure.
with prawns.
Sure.
And it was very good. The prawns were very succulent, and you got a lot of it in the salad, and big hunks of tomato, which was good to kind of cool it off. But we both, as we bit into it, said, is that spicy to you?
Did
I
they
said,
ask you at the outset what the level you wanted, or they may have failed to do that, which is not.
You know, I don't think she did, but I don't know if any of the dishes that we had, were dishes that would
called
be
for that.
overly
right,
spicy.
Right.
The restaurant also represents a lot of regions of Thailand. I mean, you can get northern Thai dishes with the sausages.
Do you like spicy?
I like spicy food. My wife has trained me over the last 10 years of marriage. One of my favorite dishes is a fried egg with acacia. The fried egg is, it's a little bit crunchy on the outside. The acacia, I think it's a flour, I'm not exactly
It is a
sure,
flour,
in a tamarind chili broth. It's very aromatic and it's very rich, and the flavors are just very complex.
Actually, that reminds me it would go beautifully with the wine we're drinking, a Sauvignon Blanc, and they have a really delicious wine list there that's very affordable too.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. No, I think the chef takes pride in providing a really complete dining experience.
The green curry with the prawns. It didn't look appetizing to me, and I was blown away. The shrimp had absorbed the green curry sauce, and it was just this amazing, soft, really rich flavor in your mouth. A little bit of spice, but not too spicy. A lot of fresh vegetables surrounding it, so I had a lot of variety in each bite, and it was just amazing. The best curry dish I've ever had.
And any other dishes that you want to talk about? Desserts?
They had my favorite dessert. I love a fried banana with caramel. Ooh. And they have these amazing little balls of fried goodness with banana inside, caramel on top, and just the best fresh vanilla ice cream too. It I think it might have been gelato actually.
I thought the vibe of the place, we went like 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, no reservations. We didn't even have to wait 5 minutes. The place was packed. There were all kind of people in
The
there.
service is very good,
The
and
service
they're
is
fast.
great.
And the
They are
food comes out
fast.
very quickly.
I don't know how they can do everything because it's so busy in there.
They are very busy.
Amazing
What about the
service.
Thai
They are now, yeah.
tea? Did you get the
The Thai iced tea. Okay, I'm weird. When I eat peanuts, I eat the shell, and it tasted a little bit like the peanut shell to me, but it was good. It was a good balance because we had some pretty hot dishes, so it was a really nice, refreshing way between bites of meals.
All right, this is your spot. Give us a quick summary.
Authentic, and great value, and you will not be sorry that you went to Let Load. You'll love it.
All right, and Eric.
Great. I thought the value was great. A nice neighborhood place, a lot of energy, a lot of people, excellent service, and a lot of things to choose from. Good
All
restaurant.
right.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back. I'm just craving it talking about it right now. It was by far the best Thai food I've ever had. So.
If you would like to try Lers, it's on Larkin at O'Farrell in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-931-6917. It's open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $20. And don't forget to visit their other locations in town. It's the red-hot chilies of China's central region, subtly used, that can be found at our next location. In Season 5, retired cooking teacher Rhoda Yee talked about the authenticity that could be found at her restaurant, where the chef's execution of traditional dishes is perfection. Hot and Spicy is the name of the game in Pleasant Hill on Woodsworth Lane at Szechuan Fortune House.
My name is Alan Shi. I'm the manager and co-owner of Szechuan Fortune House. My partner is Xiaobin Zhang, executive chef of Szechuan Fortune House. Xiaobin started his training in a famous Sichuan restaurant in China when he was only 16, and all the way to executive chef. It's taken him almost 20 years. Sichuan is in the Sichuan Basin. It's close to Tibet and surrounded by all the high mountains. And people have to eat spicy to keep the body warm in the wintertime. In the summertime, spicy food can give you good appetite. There's a famous saying in Chinese talking about Sichuan food that says spicy, hot, fresh, variety, and fragrant. If you come to our restaurant, you will find out that there's no salt and pepper or soy sauce served on the table, because we truly believe our food is perfectly cooked and perfectly balanced. We serve with our heart here, so we really care about the customer. I really, truly, sincerely hope they can enjoy every dish they like. And their satisfaction, I think, is the best reward for me.
All right, Rhoda, tell us a little bit about Sichuan cuisine. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
You
Sichuan.
sure did. You know, most people think of Sichuan cuisine hot.
Right.
You know, just spicy hot. But there's more to it than that. There's a lot of nuance in it, because it's one of the spices that they use called Sichuan peppercorn.
Right.
And it's got that numbing effect, you know. One time I was in Sichuan, and the chef got so liberal with it, I was like drooling. You know, it just numbs your tongue.
Wine kind of does the same thing to me, to be honest with you.
But anyway, this restaurant, when I first walked in, my first meal, I said, wow, this is really authentic.
Right.
And I kept going back, and I kept trying new different dishes, you know, and it's got better and better and better. And the items they have, you don't find it in too many other restaurants as well.
You know, when we drove up, I was a little dubious because I saw that it was next to the cigarette
outlet.
exclamation point outlet. So I was a little concerned. But once we got inside, it was really very pleasant. And I think the mark of the restaurant is really the warmth of the welcome. He's very committed. I'll say that.
Alan, I think is his name. I've been there long enough to know.
He was great. He helped us navigate the menu. When we sat down, there was a pot of hot tea, and there was this really nice condiment, or sort of appetizer of it was like kimchi-ish vegetables and these sweet peanuts. And that was actually really delicious and really set the tone. And I don't know, though, if that was sort of a gauge or a litmus test for our spice tolerance, because when he came over to the table, he said, you know, oh, you haven't eaten very much of that, so you must not like spicy food. And we were like, no, we haven't had a chance to really enjoy it. So we kind of had this back and forth about...
Sort of looked at you and thought,
Yeah, but I think he was trying to maybe suss out our spice fear, and we were trying to figure out how hot it was. And I'll say my expectation was that Sichuan cooking is supposed to be hot. And, you know, I enjoy spicy Thai and Vietnamese food.
Do you feel the same way, Maroon? When you think of Sichuan, you think, okay, this is going to be, you know, fiery hot to eat.
I guess we were really hungry because we ate, the whole thing. And then the fire started burning. And then they came over and they're like, oh, would you like some tea? And we're like, please. So water and tea.
I just ate the sun.
But the rest of the food, and we'll talk about this, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't spicy. So we ordered about 7 or 8 different kinds, and we shared.
Right.
Always.
We had 2 kinds of soup. I think the hot and sour was one, and then there was another beef soup that was really great that we all loved. The crispy beef.
Yes, that was good.
So good.
Yeah,
there was a chicken salad. I mean, I'm telling you, we ordered everything from that menu.
And what did you have when you went, John?
We had the black pepper beef, which is, you know, it doesn't sound like much, but that was our favorite dish. It was just humble black pepper, and it was made really well with the tender beef strips. And then we ordered two things that we thought were really different. We had the 20-spice pork shoulder and then the seafood clay pot, which, you know, those are very dissimilar sounding dishes, but when they came, they sort of ended up sort of tasting weirdly similar because I think it was maybe the background seasoning or something, but they looked completely different, but they kind of tasted the same. And I will say that I would have liked more spice in the food, and maybe that was just a miscommunication.
So what do you think? Now, for somebody who maybe doesn't want spice, Rhoda, let's walk us through what should we be looking for. This is your area.
Well, the dry cooked green beans would be one that is not too spicy.
Right.
Actually, all of the vegetable dishes not too spicy, except the mapo tofu, which is, I find it so authentic. It's wonderful. And it's got that Sichuan peppercorn. And then next time, order cumin beef. It's not that spicy, but, you know, cumin in Chinese food, you know, but it came over.
Did you like it?
Yeah. It was like,
because I come from the Middle East and cumin is all over the place.
Cumin lamb is really fantastic,
So we looked at it, I looked at the menu, like, cumin beef? In China?
Yeah. The soup, you got to order this fish soup. Right. And it comes out covered with chilies. And then you look at it, I'm going to eat this. And what happens is that they scoop away the chili and the soup is clear.
And it's spicy, so next time.
Wonderful fish fillet.
Delicious. Did you feel that you got a good value for your money?
Oh my God, absolutely. I thought the prices were amazing. 5 of us, we paid just a little over $100 with beer.
Right.
And we ordered the whole menu.
All right, this is your restaurant, Rhoda, so please wrap it up for us. Why should people make the trip to Pleasant Hill?
If you want really authentic Sichuan food without having to go to China, this is it.
This is it. John?
The welcome is great, it's warm, and the extensive menu is really intriguing. I'd say go explore it, but just make sure that they know you're comfortable with spice so they don't hold back.
Great. And Maroon?
I have to agree, and I think that what I'm taking away from this is that I'm going to have to try more Sichuan specialized dishes from the menu, something with peppercorn perhaps. But the service was phenomenal. We thought we were at a 5-star restaurant.
If you would like to try Szechuan Fortune House, it's on Woodsworth Lane at Contra Costa Boulevard in Pleasant Hill. The telephone number is 925-686-9828. It's open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $20. Lastly, we prepare for the Central American flavors of cumin, chili, and cilantro. Retired securities executive Bill Buckingham from Season 11 grew up in Southern California. We won't hold it against him because he did venture north to deposit himself in Marin County, and that's where he now stakes his claim. Latin-focused lusciousness wows at Bill's place, where dishes inspired by the flavors of Mexico and Latin America combine with a killer tequila menu in San Anselmo. It's called Marinitas.
When we were thinking about opening Marinitas, we had a contest with all of the staff, and one of our chefs came up with the name of Marinitas, which means people of Marin. I just think it's a great place to have a margarita, watch a game, and have a bite of food. I'm Patrick Call, and this is Marinitas Restaurant. Our tequila program is mostly 100% blue agave. I try to go down to the area of tequila at least once a year and visit some of my friends that make some of the best tequila.
Marinitas is definitely a neighborhood restaurant. There's a lot of families that like to come here. It's just a great gathering spot, great place for people to come after work, great get-togethers here. We like to call it the fun house.
My history is I'm born in Mexico, and I was around food since I was a wee little kid. Most of the dishes that we do, I try to do something I always had growing up. These recipes are very traditional. Now, I take those recipes and I put my own touch on them because I use classic French techniques. Well, every time I create something new here at Marinitas, it feels like having almost like a new pet. It's something that you get excited to see and exciting for other people to try.
It's a joy to walk around and say hello to people that we've grown up with and their kids.
The community is great here in San Anselmo. The people that come in this building and dine with us are just, they make me smile. And I just, happy every day.
All right, Bill, we're going to talk about the food here. but we've got to kick off with the tequila. I mean,
there is a very extensive tequila menu.
over 100 tequilas.
Over 100 tequilas, separated by age.
They do have a terrific way to explore tequila by style, right, and by age.
They are top notch there. Not only do they have all these tequilas that you could order just the glass of neat, but their margaritas are off the charts. There's no blender there. No. Everything's handmade. It's on the rocks. The one that I had was called the Fierro. And the Fierro is a tequila margarita that they make, and then they add a little bit of habanero. And like everything that they do there, it was balanced, and it was so excellent. It was awesome.
This is a Latin restaurant. It is a Mexican restaurant with a lot of other Latin flavors involved. And what I'm constantly amazed by is how they infuse such regular ingredients with so much flavor. It's hard to even get to a first order because the chips and salsa in and of themselves are incredible. 3 different kinds of salsa, all made fresh every single day. And the chips are also cut and fried on site. So wonderful, yes. So if you can get beyond the chips and salsa, most recently we actually tried a dish called the sopitas, which is like an open-faced soft taco with a lovely marinated chicken and jicama. Not complicated, fancy ingredients, but just the flavor from the combination. A little spicy, a little citrusy.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. We were very surprised, and we went with my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and the children. Had a great experience. Ordered a ton of appetizers. We also did a Peruvian salmon ceviche that was really, really spicy, and I love spice. Also did a goat cheese quesadilla that was amazing and kind of unexpected for your classic Mexican cuisine. This melty goat cheese with thick tortilla that was presented on this beautiful flatbread platter. They were phenomenal.
We ordered the sampling of the ceviches, and there was 3 different ones. All of us at the table liked something different. The wives both liked the salmon one. My friend liked the tuna one that had a smoky adobe sauce to it. I personally liked the classic one with the shrimp and scallops and the lime and the tomato, etc. The ceviches came with a different type of chip than the chips and salsa, a thicker chip. I thought that was really good. Real quickly, I can't believe the portions that they have, and then the way they dressed it. Like you say, they've taken Mexican food and elevated it, but they're not trying to be art like some of these San Francisco restaurants have taken Mexican food to this shishi art. And then we had tacos. They just had this slaw on top of it that had this amazing dressing, not overdressed, big pieces of cod. And then we had a carnitas that were these big chunks, dry rubbed, slow roasted, absolutely melted in your mouth. Everything that we had there really surprised me.
There's a very active bar scene, there's no question about it, but it's a big space, and it's a great space for a lot of different groups. It's very family friendly.
Do their space really well. They had all this beautiful decor. They had these antlers and these lanterns and lights, and great use of their space there.
Absolutely. We go there a lot. My go-to is one of the tacos, either beef, chicken, or fish. In addition to the tacos, there's a terrific enchilada on the menu.
Vegetarian enchilada.
Vegetarian enchilada.
With a verde mole, and it was pretty amazing. I think there was pumpkin and cumin and a couple of other seeds in there. It was really flavorful. It had a big sort of puddle of this light green sauce. Again, portion, value, size, flavor.
All there.
I kind of like that.
And what else?
Oh my gosh, I'm like chomping at the bit to tell you guys about the vegetarian plate. Just phenomenal. It was hero ingredients with quinoa and like 9 different vegetables, all composed beautifully, none kind of overpowering the next.
And what about dessert?
Dessert. We had a flan. I thought it was excellent. We just put a fork in it, and everyone's then put 5 forks in it. It was gone.
And it was gone.
It was one of those things.
Did you enjoy it?
We tried 4 desserts. We tried the churros with the chocolate dipping sauce, which were amazing. We tried the flan, which was also good. We tried the chocolate lava cake, which was this baked souffle with ice cream just melting and molten. And my personal favorite was the tres leches, which was this moist, rich, creamy, just wet cake. But
praise.
the place was amazing.
I have nothing but praise for you. Someone that is able to down 4 of the desserts in their crowd.
And what about service?
I thought they were spot on. They're on top of their game there. They really are. From the food, the tequila, the service, the ambiance. They had it together there.
They had it together. All right, this is your restaurant. Let's wrap it up, Bill.
Simple ingredients, cooked in a very non-simple fashion. Wonderful flavor, well worth the trip to Marin, even for folks from the city.
And praise.
Although a little bit off the beaten path for us San Franciscans, Marinitas was well worth the trip. Great value, great service, and beautiful, simple, elevated Mexican cuisine.
All right, and Stephen.
She stole my words. Mexican, elevated to the highest level, and don't forget the tequila.
If you would like to eat at Marinitas and sip through all those tequilas, it's located on Sir Francis Drake at Bank Street in San Anselmo. The telephone number is 415-454-8900. It's open every day for lunch and dinner with brunch on Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average tab per person without drinks is around $20. If you missed these places the first time around, we hope you've enjoyed a look back at 3 great spots. Now you have a chance to check them out. Thanks to Roger Cubane's Les Rotes in San Francisco, an authentic Thai wonderland where the food is off the charts. Rhoda Yee's gem with a voluminous menu highlighting traditional dishes at Szechuan Fortune House in Pleasant Hill. And finally, Bill Buckingham, whose Latin-focused spot delivers, along with tons of amazing tequilas, at Marinitas in San Anselmo. So join us next time when 3 new guests will recommend their favorite spots right here on Check Please Bay Area. I'm Leslie Sabraco, and I'll see you then. Cheers. So now it's your turn. We want to hear from you if you visited any of our Check Please restaurants. You can post a selfie on Instagram, join the conversation on Facebook, and tweet us anytime. And don't forget to visit our website. All the shows are there, along with my wine videos and notes about the wines we drink on set. You'll also find our fun new web series, Taste This, where we celebrate food and drinks around the Bay. Cheers.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by Oakland International Airport, now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com. IRG has thousands of surfaces in stock now. Surfaces, selection, service. IRG at MarbleCompany.com. Total Wine & More, offering more than 8,000 wines, 2,500 beers, and 3,000 spirits. Total Wine & More, now with 8 Bay Area locations. TotalWine.com. Sutter Health CPMC announcing its newly opened Mission Bernal Hospital with all private rooms and comprehensive labor and delivery services. SutterHealth.org/Mission Bernal.
Redwood Credit Union, community banking for the North Bay and San Francisco. Business and personal, online and mobile, plus nationwide ATMs. Banking for people who call this place home.